Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Fraser Field for the 36th annual NIPA Clancy Tournament Championship game. Flint Glasgow, they knocked off St. Mary's last night. They held on. St. Mary's had the tying run at third with one out, and David Bernard got two big strikeouts to get out of the inning and win the game. For their 11th win of the season. They're looking for number 12 today against North Reading. North Reading trying to win it. 2014 was the last time that North Reading won this tournament. They won the first one in 1982 under Frank Carey. Glasgow has won it 5 times. The last time was last year. They're looking for 2 in a row. And if you're wondering why Glasgow is batting first, it's the flip of a coin that decides who the home team is, not the home field. That one, first pitch goes wide into the backstop. Cole Doak on the mound, the lefty. Lefty against lefty. In for a strike. Daniel Lillier is at third base tonight. He's been all over the place. Been a DH. Shortstop, second base, right field. Popped up into left field. Hustling over the left fielder, Alex D'Ambrosio, to make the catch right in front of the center fielder. One up, one down for A.J. Luciano. Hit in the air to right field. Back a couple of steps. Over to his right. And that's Joey Fremartino. So 2 quick outs. The last 3 home games Glasgow has played here, they won. In all 3 games, including last night, they scored all of their runs in 1 inning. Sean Devon takes a strike. Hit foul back up into the screen. And that one doesn't come back. That's the first that stayed there. We thought things had changed here because the foul balls were coming out of the screen and dropping back on the field. That one stays up there. Wide for a ball. Thought about it, just held up as it broke way down and away. Deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, number 2 hitting. Lined in a right field for a base hit. And he almost misplayed it. He almost came in too far. He was looked like Fremartino was going to try and make the catch, then backed off and almost bounced by him. So Devon gets a first hit, first base runner with 2 outs. David Bernard drew a big walk with the bases loaded last night. It was big considering it was a 1-run game.
David Bernard.
Up and in for a ball. In for a strike. If you happen to hear noise from up in the press box, there are 2 staunch Glasgow supporters announcing and running the scoreboard. And they're showing every favoritism they can. Wow, it looked like they picked him off. He got caught flat-footed, and Devon just got back. Eric Archambault started to come out to the umpire and stopped. He knew it was not going to do him any good. way up and in for a ball. Swing and a miss. And we got 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 2 is wild. And he strikes him out. So he gives up a 2-out hit. But Doak gets out of the inning. Kyle Finnegan on the mound for Glasgow. And it'll be Alex D'Ambrosio, the left fielder, leading off. Jack Keller, the second baseman, bats second. Catching and batting third, Matt DiBenedetto. Marco Vitozzi, the shortstop, hits fourth. Batting fifth and playing center field, Matt Selecki. Dan Lignos will bat sixth and DH for the first baseman, Matt Cabazzoli. The pitcher, Cole Doak, will hit number 7. Playing third and batting eighth, Ryan Corner. And the right fielder batting ninth is Joey Fran-Martino, bring up the tail end of the batting order. I didn't do it, but I'll go through the Glasgow batting order before they hit in the second inning. North Reading got here knocking off English. It was close for 5 innings. English hanging tough, down 4-3. But then came the fateful 6th inning. North Reading put together 7 hits, 2 walks, and a hit batsman, and put 8 runs on the board, and cruised to a 12-3 win. In the consolation round game today, English came back, playing their second 9-inning game in 3 games. They get out of a jam in the bottom of the 8th. St. Mary's had the bases loaded and 1 out, and a hard hit shot right back to the pitcher. Devin Curley made a nice pick of the ball, and it turned into a 1-2-3 double play, ending the inning. And then English proceeded to bat 9 in the 9th inning and score 5 runs and beat St. Mary's 5-2. So St. Mary's had the tying run at third with 1 out in the opening game, couldn't score. They had the winning run at third with 1 out in the consolation game, couldn't score, and they wind up losing it in 9 innings. 2 very tough losses for St. Mary's. Alex D'Ambrosio is the hitter. Hits it foul, back out of play. Wide for a ball. Kyle Finnegan has been pitching outstanding for Glasgow over the last half of the season. And Mike Sokolsky is very happy. He's only a junior. He's back. Dropped foul. He actually hit that one twice. Hit a foul, came around the bat and hit it again. So that should be 2 strikes. He hit it twice. It should be 2 strikes. Down and away. Watch that one all the way down and away. That group out on the hill behind the right field fence is not as festive as they were last night. Somebody forgot the refreshments. Line to left field for a base hit. Jack Keller, the second baseman, is the hitter. He was the starting pitcher last night. He actually got the win last night. Fran Martino came on and finished up, but Keller got the win. Lilia shortens up at third base, expecting a bunt. And they throw it away. They bounced it to first base, and it bounced over everybody. So an error moves the runner to second base. So right off the bat, one hitter. North Reading has a runner in scoring position. Christian Burt in to try and calm Finnegan down. Keller squaring to bunt, they throw the ball to second base. They had everybody moving. Dowd, Lilia charging the plate. Luciano heading to third. Burt heading to second. He had almost the entire infield to hit a ground ball by. Safe at third. With everybody going, it was a foot race between Luciano and D'Ambrosio to get to third, and D'Ambrosio won it. Keller faked the bunt. So 90 feet away, North Reading from taking a lead here in the bottom of the first. Glasgow brings their infield in. Bounces off the catcher. By the time D'Ambrosio realized it, it was too late to go. The weather has been great for the tournament. Hope it stays this way for the Holland tournament. They throw over to third. Lilly had to go high in the air to get that throw. Down and away for a ball. In for a strike. Hit in the air, that's deep enough, that's going to score the run. Buckland makes the play, scoring easily. I don't know why he slid into home, but he comes home easily. So 2 hitters into the game, North Reading takes a 1-0 lead. High and tight to Matt DiBenedetto, the catcher. Hit foul past third base. Down and away for a ball. Way down the way, it goes to the backstop. This is a young team. North Reading only has 5 seniors. Solly hit the left. Right there is Devin to make the play. Swing and a miss. Marco Vitozzi did a little pirouette after swinging at that pitch to shortstop. 5 seniors for North Reading. Only 2 of them are in the starting lineup. Didn't miss by much on the outside corner. Hit to third, Danny Lilia. Makes the play to Dowd. So the hit and the error helped out. The error, errant pickoff, got the run into second base. Faking the bunt, he was able to steal third and score on the sacrifice fly. And it's North Reading 1, Classical nothing at the end of 1. Aiden Dowd, the first baseman, will lead the second inning off for Classical. He's had a nice year for Classical as a sophomore. He was sitting for a while, got a couple of pinch hits, and it earned him a spot. And he made sure he earned it. Stayed in the starting lineup. He's played first. He's done some nice pitching for them. I think he won the game that qualified them for the state tournament, got them their 10th win. Chop way up in the air. That's going to be a tough play. They get him by a step. Keller, the second baseman, made a nice play. So this is the 36th Clancy tournament. North Reading has won it 6 times. I told you, they won it the first year in 1982. They're looking for their second win since 2014. Classical has won it 5 times. They're looking for 2 in a row. They won it 17. English has won it 5 times. St. Mary's has won it 17 times. Tech won it once under Peter Morales. Lined in the center field for a base hit. Buckland got, I believe, 3 hits last night, too. He's swinging the bat. And for St. Mary's, English, and Classical, you can give them, like English has 5 tournament championships, but you make it 5.5. St. Mary's 17.5. Classical 5.5. Might give English another one because there were 2 ties. 2003, 2005. They couldn't complete the championship round because of rain, and they were right in the middle of the state tournament, so they had to go play the state tournament. And they, after being eliminated or winning the state tournament, they didn't want to come back and play the Clancy. So they just canceled, and they called it co-champs, I guess, in those 2 years. So there were 34 wins that were outright winners. 2 years where there were, if you want to call it, ties. Cesar Carrero made me look good last night catching my pitch. Throw over to first. They asked me to throw out the first pitch before last night's game, and I did. Caesar was my catcher, and he made me look good. All right, 4 pitches. Carrero draws a walk. Kevin Durant. It was the bottom of the order last night that did the damage, scoring the runs and getting on base.
Number 3, Kevin Durant.
Fouls the bunt off. Way wide for a ball. I think that was a pitch out there looking to see if they had anybody off the base. In the bottom of the first, in this situation, they had everybody moving around, and D'Ambrosio stole third, and that was a big play. He scored in a fly ball. Down and away for a ball. Kevin Durant looking down to third base. Mike Zukowski flashing signs. Mike's done a very nice job with this classical team. Wide again for a ball. Durant's trying to bunt it, but Doak won't let him. Bunts it foul. You normally don't see the sacrifice, especially for the second out, with the pitch of the next hitter. Swing and a miss, he gets him. He was behind, come back and got him. Second strikeout for Doak. And now Kyle Finnegan can help himself. He can help himself here. Swing and a miss. Chase the pitcher was up and away. Top of the order, Danny Lillier on deck. Slices it foul up in the seats. Didn't have to go far. It rolled all the way back to the first row. Oh, 2 the count. Pitcher against pitcher here. Nice stop by the catcher, De Benedetto. Chop right to the first base bag. Capozzoli, when he fielded it, had his foot right on the base. Didn't have to do much with that. So the walk and the hit go by the boards. Rascal is down in the second. And in the second, it'll be 5, 6, and 7 for North Reading. So in 1982 was when this tournament started. Frank Carey, Dickie Bagg, Art Conlon, Jimmy Jettis all got together, sat down. I think it was at Frank Carey's athletic director's office, had a meeting, wanted to come up with a tournament, possibly have a Lynn City champion, but more importantly, they were all coaches. They all played for NIPA, and they wanted to come up with a way to extend the season, play a couple of extra games, because there was a lull between playing 18 games and the state tournament starting. So they wanted to bridge that gap. And then they come up with the idea of honoring NIPA Clancy, and you can't honor NIPA any better than a baseball tournament. I said many times he's one of the true characters in the city of Lynn, one of the very good characters. He was a terrific gentleman. He was an outstanding baseball coach. He used to challenge his players running around the bases, but they had to run third to second to first. They weren't used to doing that. It kind of slowed them down. A couple of times he would beat them. And originally it was thought it would be English, Classical, Tech, and St. Mary's, and have a Lynn City champion every year. And that didn't materialize because English didn't get into it right off the bat. It took a while for English to get into the tournament. And when they finally did, it was a 5-team tournament, and each year one of the teams would sit out, and the other 4 teams would play. So once in a while, it would be 4 Lynn teams playing. When it was North Reading's turn to sit out, it would be a mythical city championship with the other 4 teams. And then eventually Tech dropped out, and it became, as it is now, North Reading with the other 3 Lynn schools. Matt Selecki, the center fielder, will lead it off. Fouled off the catcher, and that got Cesar Carrero right on the foot. We had Alex Rodriguez from English go down in the first game. The umpire does a nice job. He goes out to clean off the plate to give Carrero a couple of extra seconds to recoup. Good job by the plate umpire. Down and away for a ball. Hit the shot. Luciano, what a nice play. No hesitation. He got it very quickly, made a good, strong throw, and knocks him down. That's a nice defensive play by Luciano. Again, last few games here at Fraser, including the tournament, a couple of games before, defense has been incredible. Seen some outstanding ESPN highlight plays. Danny Lignos, he's DHing for the first baseman, Capozzoli. Down the way again, 2-0. Low again. On 4 pitches, Lignos draws a walk. First walk given up by Finnegan. Cole Doak, the pitcher, will be the hitter.
Number 11. Coach.
Down and in for a ball. Five in a row out of the zone by Finnegan. Back at first is Lignos as they throw over. Inside again, 2-0. Carrero's going to go out and talk to his pitcher. 6 in a row out of the zone. We had action at Manning Field. We had a lacrosse game, and I believe this could be the semi-professional soccer league team that's going to play there tonight. And I apologize, I don't know the gentleman's name, but the guy that's running the Lynn team that's playing at Manning Field is going to be the new head coach at Lynn Classical Soccer. In for a strike. That breaks that streak. See if that gets Finnegan back in sync. They had the hit and run on, foul back off the screen. Hit in the air. Long run. Devin's not going to get there. He was way off the line for a left-handed hitter, and he hit it foul down the left side. Missing down and in. So a big pitch coming up for Finnegan. 3-2. He walked the hitter after an out. Chops it, foul. They had the runner at first going. Lignos was off and running, even though there's only one out. Lignos back at first. A little quicker toss. Lignos diving back. The runner takes off, hit off Dowd's glove. Burt couldn't get it. The base hit puts runners at first and third. Dowd went to his right to try and get that one. It looked like it may be deflected right to Burt for the out, but it deflected away from Burt. So walking the hit puts runners at first and third. They had Lignos going, that's why he was able to get to third. So first and third with one out. Ryan Connor, the third baseman, he hit the ball a ton last night. He got a couple of hits, even his outs were hard outs. Swing and a miss. Up and in, he swung right through it. They keep throwing over to first. It's Doak this time getting back. Hit the third, they try to score, and they're going to get knocked down. Lilia makes the tag. He overslid the bag, he's out at second base. He called him out, I thought. He pointed towards second base like he was out, and he was. He was out at second base, and that's the third out. So they try to score from third. I wonder what all that was going on. So that's a strange inning. They get a hit and a walk, and Finnegan only faces 3 hitters. I'm not sure where the runner at third was going on a ground ball right to the third baseman. He finally got tagged out by Lilia. Lilia threw the ball to second. Looked like he was safe. He overslid the bag, and Burt tagged him out. And then Burt confused everybody. He was trying to get the runner at third after there were 3 outs. So we're through 2. It's still 1-0 North Reading over Classical. Top of the order for the Rams as we start the third inning. Way wide for a ball. Danny Lilia flied out to left his first trip. I gave you all the stats about the 36, who won what, who were the champs. The one thing I forgot, this is the first year that the 3 Lynn schools, that the coaches for the Lynn 3 schools, both coached and played in this tournament. Dougie Mullins took over for Joe Caponegro. Derek Dana, Mike Sukowski, Dougie Mullins, all 3 coaches for the Lynn schools, all played in this tournament and now are coaching. In for a strike, Lilia take it all away with the count his way, and he'll still be as fussy as he can be here. Hits it to left field. Long run for the left fielder. Is it fair? Just goes foul. Foul by a couple of feet. Hit a long way the opposite way. Danny Lilia, A.J. Luciano, Sean Devon to face Cole Doak, starting his third inning. Good curveball. It froze him. He knew it. What a nice pitch by Cole Doak.
Number 4, A.J. Luciano.
Luciano flied out to right field his first trip. He got a big hit in the game last night, knocking in 2 runs that turned out to be the 2 winning runs. Way up and in. Up and away, 3-0. Doak is throwing a few pitches in this 2 innings in the third. He's only walked 1. And that's ball 4. Now he's walked 2. As usual, North Reading has brought a few fans and a nice little crowd picking up for this one. Nice to see. Some of the North Reading fans are taking advantage of the area up top. Good curveball for a strike. Just got a piece and fouled it off. Devin had a base hit his first time up. Easily back at first was Luciano. Way up for a ball. Strike 3 called. Devin didn't think so. Second strikeout in the inning. 4 in 2 2/3 innings. David Bernard struck out swinging his first trip. Hit right to the second baseman. He'll make the unassisted play, Keller. So the walk doesn't hurt. Glasgow is down in the third. 2 big strikeouts in the inning. We'll move into the bottom of the third. It'll be 8-9-1 for North Reading, holding on to that 1-0 lead. They got in the first, a base hit by D'Ambrosio to start the inning. The errant pickoff moved him to second. When Keller had faked like he was going to bunt, everybody moving around, D'Ambrosio stole third, and that set him up to score on the sacrifice fly by Keller. And that's the 1 run in the game. Finnegan will start his third inning of work. He got bailed out a little bit in the second inning. First and third and 1 out. And the base runner tried to score on a ground ball right to the third baseman. Out at the plate, and they threw the hitter trying to go to second on the play. They threw him out too. Joey Frammartino. He was the only player in the lineup last night that didn't score a run. 8 of them scored. All 8 of the starters scored in the 6th inning. But Frammartino knocked in 2 runs with a base hit, so he did contribute. On the inside corner for a strike. But everybody in the lineup scored at least 1 run except Frammartino, but he knocked in 2. Not bad for them, a 9 hitter. Hits that solidly to right center field. Long run. What a great play by Buckland. There's more defense. It's almost getting old hat. You look and say another great play. That looked like at least a double, maybe a triple. And there was Buckland making a great play, going and knocking it down. Chop foul. D'Ambrosio got a base hit leading off the bottom of the first and scored the run on the sacrifice fly. Another shot to right field. Is Buckland again. Way over to his right. Picks that one off. D'Ambrosio hit it a ton. One thing Classical has had this year, defensively, Devin in left, Durant in center, and Buckland in right. Those three guys in the outfield have been unbelievable. And here's another play. A line shot. Burt makes the play. I'm getting tired of all these ESPN highlight plays. Tremendous defense that inning by Classical. Two great plays by Buckland and another great play by Burt. Can you top this? We finished 3 very quickly. 1-0 North Reading at the end of 3. Aiden Dow will lead off the 4th inning. Just that every time you look up, somebody's making a great play. You say it so many times, it starts to wear off a little bit, but that was a great play by Buckland. Great play by Burt. Had to reach across his boy and go up and take that line drive away. Now grounded out second to first. Goes the other way. Right on the foul line. It's in for a base hit. Down the bullpen area. Dow gets a leadoff double. That's a seeing eye double down the left field line. Hit right on the chalk. Brett Buckland got a base hit his first time up. He got 2 or 3 hits last night, so he's swinging the bat very well. Trying to keep Dow close at second base. Goes the other way and slices it off the fence, the gate, down there behind first base. They almost threw it into center field. Buckland wishes he saved his base hit for now. Wild pitch. Over to third goes the tying run. Way wide for a ball. That almost looked like a pitch out, like they thought that Classical might be bunting. Buckland gets another base hit. Boy, he's red hot. Classical has tied it up. 2 for 2 for Buckland. He had at least 2 or 3 hits last night. He's swinging the bat. He's a Carrero, drew a walk. Takes a pitch for a ball, square into bunt. Wide for ball again. They might have had him that time, but the ball bounced off the first baseman. That was a little closer play at first base. Mike Szukowski down at third base, coaching, flashing signs. On the inside corner for a strike. Corner, the third baseman, charging in from third, looking to field the bunt. Nice bunt, he gets it down. They only have one play. Good job by Carrero. Kevin Durant struck out swinging.
Number 3, Kevin Durant.
Squared like he was going to bunt, took it down and in for a ball. Corner shortens up at third. Up and away for a ball. Again, Doak has thrown some pitches in his early going. Down and in, it's 3-0. He'll be looking all the way here. In for a strike. Wide for ball 4. Third walk given up by Doak. He's walked 1 in each inning except the first. And we got a pinch hitter. They're going to hit for Finnegan. Aaron O'Connor is going to hit for Finnegan. Two on, 1 out. Hit foul to the screen. Aaron's only a freshman. Missing down and away for a ball. Hits it foul way down the right side. Down in that bullpen area. Long run for Fair Martino, the right fielder. He was off the line for the right-hand hitter. 1-2 the count to the pinch hitter. Top of the order, Danny Lillier on deck. Hit in the air to right field. They tag up and score to go to third. That being the second out of the inning. Buckland hustles to third. And they're going to have a discussion with Danny Lillier up.
See, I didn't jump up and down and say it was going right out, Joe.
people at home thought that was a third out. Wait, you did a good job too. I would never bring it up like you do. Discussion is finally over.
Now back to the classroom, number 5, Danny Lillian.
Danny Lilliers fly to left and was called out on strikes. Go ahead run at third in the fourth. They've got one run in to tie it up. Doak walked off the mound. Classical fans screaming for a balk. Steps off again. Lillier stepped out. Hit on the ground to second base. Durant at first took off, hoping he could get in a rundown, maybe steal a run. And Doak just said, forget it, I'm going to the plate. And they throw Lillier out. So they finally get 3 outs in the inning. Or was it 4? But Classical comes up in the top of the fourth, gets the run to tie it. The double by Dow to lead it off. The wild pitch moved him over. Buckland with another hit, knocked him in. Throw in a walk. But they leave a couple. First inning that Doak didn't get a strikeout. In the bottom of the fourth, it'll be 3, 4, and 5 to face Finnegan, who's back in the game after being hit for. Matt DiBenedetto, the catcher, flied to left field his first trip. Hit off the third baseman. DiBenedetto reaches on the error. Second error. First error helped them score their one run with the errant pickoff at first. Now Marco Vitozzi bounced out third to first. Lillier squeezes in looking for a bunt. And we go back to the throw over to first. The runner took off. He got a great pitch to run on. Way inside. Two for two in stolen bases. The first stolen base set up the run. They stole third and scored on a fly ball. Let's see if they try it again. They squared the bunt. Everybody ran around, left third base open. They stole third. Lillier was squeezing way in at third. Luciano was already breaking. Pitch is high and tight for a ball. They're leaving almost the entire infield open for a ground ball. Lilia way in at third. Nobody at third base. They throw the ball to second. Getting back is to Benedetto. North Reading just lost their lead in the top of this inning. Classical tying it. Now they're trying to get it back. Luciano already breaking, and they swing away and hit it out of play. Luciano was sprinting to third base. The entire left side was wide open with Lilia charging the plate. And Lilia was shorter than softball distance. And they hit it right by the shortstop for a base hit. He faked the bunt. Lilia sprinted to third, and he hit a little ground ball that normally would have been easy out at first base for a shortstop, but there was nobody there. It just rolled in the outfield. The Benedetto scores. North Reading's got their one-run lead back. Matt Selecki grounded out short to first, and he might be bunting. Instead, he gets hit. So Classical got that momentum a little bit on their side, scoring the run to tie it. Now they give it back with a leadoff error, a stolen base, a base hit against that wacky defense, and now a hit batsman. 2 on with nobody out. And you got to think that North Reading will continue playing small ball. Finnegan is going out. It might be Lilia coming into pitch because I think Deshaun Ayers is going to go play third base. So Lilia will be the new pitcher. Deshaun Anderson will be the new third baseman. Anderson will bat in Finnegan's spot. And Lilia will try to stop the bleeding. Denny Lilia will be the new pitcher. Deshaun Anderson will go over and play third. He'll bat in Finnegan's spot. So Lilia will try to stop the bleeding. 2 on, nobody out, a run in. Not really Finnegan's fault. The first run, a little bit his fault. The errant pickoff moved the runner over, get him into scoring position. Now the error to start this inning scored the run. And now a base hit into right center field. And the throw home moves the runners up. So Lignos gets a base hit. So they move up to second and third on the throw. Two runs in, still nobody out. Second and third for North Reading. The pitcher, Cole Doak, can help himself here. He got a base hit. Wide for a ball. He was part of that wacky play. He was on first and third when the ground ball was hit to third base. The runner tried to score from third. They threw him out. Doak scoot around to third, but when the hitter, corner, tried to go to second, they threw him out to end the inning. Waves at that pitch that was way down and away. He needed a little longer bat to reach that one. Throw to third. Selecki gets back. Haskell help. North Reading throwing the ball home. Allowed the two runners to move up to second and third. Waves at that pitch. Chop, foul. Coach Archambault from North Reading makes the play. Durant makes the play. They don't send the runner. It wasn't hit really deep. And that's the first out. Ryan Corner was the guy that hit the ball to third base that started that wacky ending in the second inning. They tried to squeeze. It wasn't a suicide squeeze. The runner from third wasn't coming until he saw the bunt down. Tayshawn Anderson, Aiden Dow at third and first. Stay shortened up. Everybody is shortened up around the infield. Pops it up. Carrero makes the play, but it was up. It was high enough that the runner, Selecki, could get back to third. Carrero wisely held on, didn't throw it. Joey Framatino. Wide for a ball. He hit a shot to right field that Buckland made a great play on. In for a strike. On the corner for a strike. Wide for a ball. And we got Deuces Wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Number 22 hitting. And North Reading has 2 runs in the inning. Strike 3. So Leela comes in and gives up a base hit, but then stops the bleeding. North Reading, they hold them to 2 runs, but those 2 runs break the tie. Both of those runs will be charged to Finnegan. We finished 4 here in this 36th Clancy Championship Final. North Reading now leading Classical 3-1. AJ Luciano leads off the 5th inning. He is flat out and walked. Down and in. Fouls it to the backstop. On the corner for a strike. Luciano took a long look, thought that was outside. Count evens at 2. He golfs that one in the left field for a base hit. On for the second time. Devin is singled and he was called out on strikes. High for a ball. Easily back at first is Luciano. Wide for a ball. Must be some ill feelings up on the hill in right field. They're all scattered. They're not together. Family squabbles. Hit foul back. At the end of the inning. Way up and in. Sean took a long look at that one. Chop right to the first baseman, knocks it down and makes the play. Luciano moves over to second. They don't have to get them all back. They're down 2. They'd love to get this runner in from second to get a little closer.
Number 12, Giddy, Bernard.
In for a strike. Here Bernard has struck out and into a fielder's choice. Second baseman made the play at second for the third out on a ground ball. Hits it a long way down the right field line. Is it fair? It is. All the way back to the fence. A run is going to score. David Bernard dives in the third with a triple. Hit that a long way. The only question was it going to be fair? And it just dropped inside the right field line, bounced off the Pepsi sign. Luciano scores easily. Well, now it's 3-2. Aiden Dow grounded out. He doubled the last time and scored the run that tied it up. Chop, foul at home plate. A shot and a half by David Bernard just inside the right field line. A hard shot by Dow, and the first baseman, Capozzoli, takes a step to his right and spears it. It looked awful good going off the bat. Brett Buckland is 2 for 2. He knocked in the run to tie it. Can lightning strike twice? He followed Dow's double with a hit. Takes it high for a ball, 2-0. Way down and in, 3-0. We mentioned Doak was throwing an awful lot of pitches. Hit the shot, long throw across the diamond, they get him. Nice play by the shortstop, Vitozzi. Good stretch, Pecapizzoli. Well, Classical gets back a little bit. North Reading got 2, Classical gets 1. So it's going into the bottom of the 5th. North Reading's lead is cut to 1. It's 3-2 North Reading. And we're looking at that crowd. We mentioned there was a tight-knit group up there last night for the 2 games. Now they're kind of spread out up on that hill. The parking lot over here is full, so you park your car over at Manning Field. It makes it easy to stand up on that hill and watch the game, and you can get out quickly and go out the back door. Miss some of the traffic. Top of the order for North Reading. Alex D'Ambrosio was singled and lined to right field. D'Ambrosio mentioned singled and scored. And he hit the shot that Buckland ran down and made a great play on. That was the inning where Buckland made the 2 plays and Christian Britt made a terrific play. So 1, 2, 3, D'Ambrosio, Keller, DiBenedetto. On the corner for a strike. Lilia will start an inning for the first time. That one bounced. 1-1. Right back to the mound. Lilia, good fielder. Chop foul. Keller hit a sacrifice fly in the first, knocking in the first run, and he hit what looked like an extra base hit. Christian Burt went to his right, stretched across his body, and it was high as he could and picked it just shy of the outfield grass going towards second base for a terrific play. So he's 0 for 1 with an RBI. Hit to third, bounced high, but Deshaun Anderson stayed with it. Came up almost shoulder high. Stayed with it, throws Veller out. 2 away.
Now batting for North Reading, number 7, Matt Benedetto.
Matt DiBenedetto, fly to left. He started that 2-run inning reaching on an error. Slices it hard, foul, pulled it out in front, bounces off the fence and bounces to the left fielder, Devon. Pulled it well, foul past third, but he hit it hard. Hit in the left field for a base hit. DiBenedetto's on for the second time, a 2-out single. Mark Vitozzi, the shortstop, will be the hitter. He's grounded to third. Around the third, he singled and scored one of the two. Lines it to left. Devon plays it on a hop. North Reading looking for a little 2-out lightning. Back-to-back hits after 2 outs. In for a strike. Pulled that well foul. Way up in the air, Luciano in short. Left center field makes the play, so the back-to-back hits go by the board. Lilia induces the pop-up. We finished 5 in this Clancy Championship final. Skinny 1-run lead, North Reading 3, Classical 2. Bottom 3 in the order for Classical as we start the 6th. Cesar Carrero has walked and sacrificed. Down and in for a ball. Hit the second base. Long throw. They get him. Kevin Duran has struck out and walked. On the inside corner for a strike. Up and away for a ball. Tried a bunt and missed it. Chop foul. Back behind home plate. Count goes 1-2. Missing for ball 2 as the count evens up. Down and away. Nice stop by the catcher to Benedetto. That's ball 4. That's a good at bat by Durant. He was down in the count. Earns a walk. He's the tying run at first. Deshaun Anderson will be up for the first time. He went in to play third when they changed pitching. Way down and in. Nice job by Benedetto to keep that one in play. That looked like it was going to the backstop. Hit solid to the third baseman, and they're going to turn 2. You can't hit it any better than Carrero hit it. He hit it right to the third baseman corner, who started the 5-4-3 double play. A horrible break for the Rams. Instead of a base hit into the outfield, it turns into a double play. Classical is down. And now they're down to the last 3 outs. They'll have the top of the order coming up in the 7th, but they're going to need a rally. Lilia will start his second full inning of work. He came in and got the last 3 outs in the 4th when North Reading had scored their 2 runs. Classical got one of them back. They had the tying run at third. Dowd hit it as hard as you can hit it. A line shot. And the first baseman, Capozzoli, reached across his body and picked the line drive for the out. And then Buckland hit it well, but got thrown out by the shortstop for the 3rd out. And they left the tying run at third. First game, the consolation, went 9 innings. English got out of a bases loaded situation in the 8th with a 1-2-3 double play. And then batted 9 and scored 5 runs in the 9th with only 2 hits. 2 walks, 2 errors. Dan Lignos has walked and singled in a run. Hits it solidly, but right at Anderson. His base hit knocked in the second run in the 4th, and right now, that's the winning run. Cole Doak singled and flied to center. Squared the bunt, took it was in anyway for a strike. So this is pitcher against pitcher. Down and away for a ball. Fishing wide for a ball. Doak draws a walk. He's on for the second time. Only the second walk given up by Classical, first by Lilia. Ryan Connor was involved in that wacky double play. He was the guy that hit the ball to third when they made the out in it. Then they threw him out because he tried to make it to second base. Devin started back and then had to come on. The ball started to drop on him, but he stayed with it and made the play. And that was Doak. They called him back. He went to first base thinking it was ball 4. It was not. So that's the second out. There isn't a runner at first base. They called him back. He dropped the bat, went 3/4 of the way down the line, and then came all the way back. Hit the second base. Brett, a quick 1-2-3 inning. Lilia did a nice job in relief. He came in, he gave up the base hit that knocked in a run, but that was charged to Finnegan. He gave up 2 base hits with 2 outs in the 5th, but he kept North Reading off the board. He kept Classical in it, and now they need a run. We're in the 7th inning, Classical's last try. 3-2, North Reading at the end of 6. Top of the order for Classical. They need at least a run to keep it alive. Ryan Connor is the new pitcher. The left fielder, D'Ambrosio, goes to second base. And I'm not sure who they put in left field. Denny Lilly was flied out, struck out, and grounded out. He could help himself here by getting on base. So Doak went 6, gave up 2 runs. They were earned. 6 hits. Walked 4, struck out 4. And he's in line for the win if they can hold on here. 2-0. High for a ball. Lilia will be very fussy the next 2 pitches. Looking to become a base runner. On 4 pitches, he draws a walk. A.J. Luciano has flied to right, walked and singled, and he scored the run that got them within 3-2. I don't think Classical will bunt here. I don't know if you want to take the bat out of Luciano's hands. Although you got a couple of good hitters coming up. He squares to bunt and gets it down. So they do bunt. They move the runner over. Sean Devon singled, called out on strikes, hit it hard, but hit it right at the third baseman who was standing right at the bag. When he caught it, he was touching the bag. Classical has the tying run at second base. Up and away for a ball. Up and away, 2-0. And now Connor wants to talk to his catcher. Sean is the son of the AD, Billy Devon Jr. I played many years with Billy Devon Sr. And congratulations for him to being inducted into the St. Mary's Athletic Hall of Fame. Billy Devon Sr. is the director of this tournament. He's done a very nice job. It's been an outstanding tournament. Good baseball, no problems. Some great plays. Good hitting, good pitching, good defense. People getting their money's worth here. Pops it up. Long run for the third baseman. Gets and makes the play. Just past the third base dugout. Keller stayed with it and caught the pop-up. So they leave it up to David Bernard. He struck out, bounced into a fielder's choice, ending the third, and hit a triple just inside the right field line. And this is really unusual. They're going to walk him, and he's the winning run. They're putting the winning run on base. They're going against every grain of baseball. So they walk him intentionally. Aiden Dowd is grounded to second, doubled and scored, and hit a shot that the first baseman caught. Otherwise, this game would be tied. Down and in for a ball. So they leave it up to Aiden Dowd. Hits it the other way to left field, over by the foul line, right in fair territory. They make the play. Classical leaves the tying run at second base, and they lose a very tough 3-2 game. North Reading will pick up their 7th Clancy championship. They won the first. Now they win the 36th. They won it all last time in 2014. Classical will not get 2 in a row championships. And that's going to drop Classical to 11-9. That's going to be a tough draw for them in the tournament. 13-6 for North Reading. They'll try to go 14-6, whoever they're playing. So Classical doesn't get 2 in a row. North Reading scored in the first, and D'Ambrosio singled. They tried to pick him off. He went to second, stole third, scored on a sacrifice fly by Keller. It was 1-0. Classical tied it in the fourth. Dowd doubled, went to third in a wild pitch, scored on Buckland's base hit, made it 1-1. The winning runs came in the fourth, in the bottom of the fourth. De Benedetto reached on an error, stole second, scored on a base hit by Vitozzi. A hit batsman extended the inning. Lignos got a base hit, knocking in the run to make it 3-1 at the time. Classical got a run back in the fifth. Luciano got a hit. David Bernard tripled just inside the right field line, making it 3-2. He was at third with 1 out. Dow hit it right on the nose, but the first baseman made a great play, caught it, and Classical couldn't get the run home. A walk to Lilia, sacrificed the second. Keller, the third baseman, made a great play going right to the stands, picking off the pop-up. And then the long fly to left field ends the game. And win for North Reading. And they'll win the 36th Clancy tournament. And we're waiting for the presentations by Athletic Director Billy Devon, the director of the tournament, did a very nice job and a terrific tournament once again. Great baseball, some outstanding defense.
Today's presentation of the tournament MVP. Tournament MVP player is number 11,
Colt Doak is the MVP. He pitched the 6 innings and did a very nice job. He also had a base hit. The championship trophy will be presented to North Reading. Coach Archibald and the captains. The entire team comes out to accept the award. So it's a big thing for North Reading. So they win it. And they win it for the 6th time, and they deny Classical back-to-back Clancy championships. And they do it, eking out a 3-2 win. Classical had the tying run at third with 1 out, couldn't bring it home. The Lynn teams, St. Mary's and Classical, are going to be thinking about this. Runners at third base not being able to bring them home. St. Mary's in 2 games, Classical in this one. And Classical will come out on the short end. We wish both teams tremendous success in the upcoming tournament. Classical will probably be on the road. Good luck to North Reading as well. And they win it for the 6th time. The final score again, North Reading 3, Lynn Classical 2. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm John Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.